I just don't want you guys to use like hair care. And there's a lot of hair care out there. There's some other good hair cares out there, but there's a lot of not good hair cares out there, and I want you guys to use the best. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, honey. I'm so excited because we are back in session for another gorgeous episode of Hair School. Now, here's the thing. I am a sought-after, busy grown-up who is doing like 75 businesses. She is busy, honey. I'm stunning. The curls are popping. This has been like the cutest hairstyle of all time, so I kept it, and I'm never taking it out. And we showed her how to do this same look on the channel, which is in the description below if this is the first time that you're seeing it. Oh yeah, good job, triceps. I thought that they were giving me chickens, but then they were like, I was like, but they're cute girl. My arms are working so hard to like stay attached to my body, and I'm really proud of them. What's the first question?
Autumn Cunningham wants to know, I've never cut my hair and am nervous to find the right stylist. What red flag should I look out for?
I'm more concerned about your red flag, honey, that you've never had a haircut in your life, okay? The only red flag you should be looking for is the one on top of your head walking into a salon, literally saying to her, anybody in there, that you've never had a haircut before. You're walking around looking like Sasha Trusova, the Russian figure skater that has hair down to her ankles. Or maybe it's like for a religious reason and you just escaped like a Christian cult, and then I shouldn't be making fun of you because maybe you like literally escaped. Okay, well, first of all, if you've never had a haircut before, I'm gonna answer this seriously. If you've never had a haircut before, go on Instagram, try to find some stylists in your local area. You could like look, I mean, if you've never had a haircut, I don't know if you know how to use Instagram, but there's this thing called a hashtag, and it's like a pound sign, and so you could put up like hashtag like your city, like Amishville, Pennsylvania local hairdressers. Oh, you guys can't even use electricity, so how the are you gonna do that?
She got to Instagram.
She did. She's not Amishville. You're right. She's not. Yeah. Instagram is like your new yellow pages. So you want to go on the Instagram. You want to find people in your local area. So like if you're in like Houston, like do like hashtag like Houston salons. Look at the salon, see some stylists there, and look at their work and see if their work is on hair types like yours, see if you like the way their hair looks, and then reach out to them and ask for a consultation. I think a consultation is a great way to establish a relationship with your hairdresser on the first time, so you can kind of like see if you're all on the same page, and you can talk to them beforehand, like if the consultation goes well, like do you have time to cut my hair afterwards, or you prefer that I come back at a separate time? I think on the whole, some things that are not good is if you should always have your consultation with dry hair. Like if they go wet your hair down right away, like that's not great because you want them to like go through your hair and like look at the haircut beforehand and like see what's going on before they just go straight into like start doing stuff. One way to know that your haircut doesn't look good is if you get there, she cuts your hair, then she turns you away from the mirror and then starts to curl it with a curling iron. That's a telltale sign that you got a up haircut. So if they break out that curling iron, you girl. So.
Colleen Victoria wants to know.
What a great double name, by the way, Colleen Victoria.
The best products for very thin gray hair. I'm looking to help my mom with her hair.
The best product for fine gray hair, thinner, fine gray hair is Embody Shampoo and Conditioner by JVN Hair Care. It is going to set her hair up for success. It's going to be amazing. Then I would say go in with some sort of foam. It's great to give fine hair some mousse. I love like Ample Angora by Shuamura is good, but she's a little pricey. If you want to like not be so pricey, you could go for like Famoliant by Aveda, or you could go for Waydad. They have a great foam. Foam is great, like a volumizing foam, a volumizing mist would be gorgeous. And then also the air dry cream would be nice to give her a little bit of texture. It'll never get clumpy, it won't be heavy. It'll be really easy for her to style.
Ashley, Ashilly, wants to know, how do I prevent and treat hairline acne?
Or how does she want to stiff her hairdresser by telling her to shut up and not ask her any stupid questions? I remember you, Ashley.
Never seen
this sounds like her again. It sounds like her again. Like she's changed her account and she's come back. That is just your stylist trying to help you. I, just for clarity, Ash, am more on your hairdresser side.
She's okay.
No, she's not.
She just had a question.
She's not okay. And we won't tolerate it, Ashley. One unwanted trend this year was this particular woman named Ashley harassing us. She wanted to take this makeup sponge and she wanted to shove it down her hairdresser's throat so she wouldn't ask her questions anymore. She had the nerve to double, second, triple, quadruple guess her hairdresser for kindly trying to refer to her heat protective products. What does she want to know again?
How do I prevent and treat hairline acne? It's new for me.
Making sure that you're washing your face every night is really important. Sleeping with your hair back, I think, is important. Making sure that your pillowcases are freshly cleaned and maybe with like a fragrance-free detergent, like maybe get a couple extra sets of pillowcases so that they're ready and just like change them a few nights a week. Like a little more often. It could be that like you're just, oh, I'm stressed. Oh, your phone. Clean your phone off. Clean the phone off. Because if you're like, oh, man, I'm stressed. Hairline acne can sometimes be like stress and like anxiety. So make sure you're taking care of your insides. Make sure you're drinking some water. Wash your face for at least a minute at night, like literally 60 seconds. I love those LA Beautyologist like wrist guards. And you put them on like while you wash your face, and it allows you to like wash your face at the sink at night without splashing water everywhere. They're amazing. I think that's gonna help.
The question from Miss Laura Lou is how to grow out gray gracefully and focus on hair health.
So when we're growing out like an all over color and we want to go gray, there is a lot of ways that you can handle this. First of all, you're going to need some time and some patience, and you just got to let it grow. Once the line gets, a few inches, you could just get twiggy with it and do like a gorgeous cropped, beautiful, shorter little do and grow it out that way. You can also find a colorist who specializes in like really, really, really corrective bleach and tones. There are some people like this one guy, Jack Martin colorist. He does incredible bleach and tone transformations of like restoring people back to salt and pepper. But you really have to find an expert who only does that or who does that type of hair color, because the second you go to someone else that doesn't know how to do that, they're gonna jack you up. For instance, this one time when my mom had cancer, she was like, I survived cancer. She already had like a cute little gray bob. She'd grown it out. And she was like, I survived cancer. I don't want to have gray hair anymore. I want to feel younger, like make it brown. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yes. So I made it brown. And then she was like, I hate this maintenance. I miss my gray hair. This is way too much work. Like, what the hell? So I was like, oh, mama, I'll do it. So I bleached out the brown. I left it off her roots. And then I put this like gunmetal gray over the bleach and tone that matched perfectly with her natural color. She was so impressed. Until that pigment faded out and revealed like the PP yellow hair underneath her hair. And it looked so dry and crusty that my grandfather, who was almost blind, literally called me and was like, there's something going on with your mom's hair. But it was 2015, it was a different time. I didn't know. And really I didn't get it light enough before I deposited that color on it. And that's why you gotta go to someone who really does those hair colors like all the time. I was experimenting on my mom, but like, it's a whole thing. And the most important thing to know when you're growing out your hair color to silver is that you're doing it for you. If you're going through something and your hair color isn't looking right, it's nobody's business, and you're beautiful, and remember that.
Rosal Carm wants to know, I had a baby 6 months ago and I'm now losing my hair in the front. Please help. What do I do?
Okay, so this is a really, really, really common issue. When people are pregnant, they stop shedding their daily hair. So when you're not pregnant, you would lose like 80 to 100 hairs a day on average. Depending on what you read, there's like, it says different things, but on average, that's how much we lose. And when you're pregnant, you stop shedding. So you build up all this hair, and then when you have the baby, like the hair starts to shed a lot. So if it's shedding just a ton in the front, one thing you could do, not having seen you, it's kind of hard, but you could do a fringe, like do a little fringe, take it from back here, comb it forward, and do a little fringe. That's one choice. Another thing that would really help out is actually our pre-wash scalp oil. So if you have any hair that's trying to get out of the follicle, but there's something plugged in there, the turmeric's gonna help to decongest that. Then there's a bisabolol. That's a really powerful anti-breakage. So pre-wash scalp oil would be really good. You could experiment with a fringe. You could also do like little scarves, little hair ties, little headbands. And also just remember to be easy on yourself. You literally just like gave the miracle of life. That is no small feat. That's a big deal. There's all sorts of stuff that you can experiment with and play with as you grow your hair back out. And don't worry, it will come back.
Layla wants to know tips for growing out an undercut or buzz cut.
Okay, so tips for growing out an undercut, it's actually pretty easy because if you have an undercut, it's, underneath, and when you actually grow your hair out, this is like the last thing that you need to grow out because it's starting the lowest. So an undercut, you just simply let it grow. For a buzz cut, the way that the head is shaped, the nature of the hair, if you cut your hair short and just didn't cut it, it's gonna be a mullet every time. And the reason for that is that this hair underneath your head, it's already starting here, whereas this hair has to travel from the top of your head all the way down here to just meet where this hair is starting from. So if it all grew out at once, the bottom layer is gonna be the longest and you're gonna have a mullet. And for some people that's fine, because some people are like, that's my length, I don't wanna lose it, don't touch it. If a shaggy mullet isn't your thing and you'd rather from your buzz have like a short cropped cut and then more of like a short bob and then grow it out that way, you're just gonna keep cutting that back up until it turns into like a one length bob. And then once it gets into the one length bob, you just don't touch it. And you just kind of let it grow until the back drops out of the bob. It'll turn into like a long layer thing. And then you'll need to get a haircut when you have like almost like this haircut, like a one length, and it's all here one length, and it's like starting to get heavy. There's lots of different ways, but really important to find a hairdresser who you trust to continue to go to throughout that grow out process.
Diane Mary 126 wants to know the best tips for maximum hair growth.
So the products that you put on your hair are very important for hair growth. I get that not everything has to be JVN hair, but here's the thing, okay? Not all products are silicone free. Not all products are sulfate free. Our formulators, our chemists, our scientists have put so much into this line. I really do believe that nothing else works the way that JVN hair does, which is why I'm always talking about it. It is so important to me that we use clean beauty because it's better for our water, it's better for our planet. But in JVN hair's case, not only is it clean beauty, but it also is way better for your hair. I just don't want you guys to use like hair care. And there's a lot of hair care out there. There's some other good hair cares out there, but there's a lot of not good hair cares out there, and I want you guys to use the best.
Sidness 99 wants to know, if you could do anyone's hair, who would it be?
I don't even know. You know what the thing with that question that is so hard is that it's like, I like to help people who ask for help. I don't want to just like go be like, oh, let me do your hair. So with that in mind, like, I mean, I think it would be really fun to get to style Beyonce's hair, not because she needs it, it looks perfect, but like obviously Miss Tina was a hairdresser, and I've seen all those HBO documentaries of Beyonce just like going at her own hair with scissors and like getting her hair like just how she wants. I think it'd be really fun to just like play hair and like play kitchen beautician with them and just like style hair and have fun and like talk. And I just like really want to meet Beyonce, obviously. So that's our hair school. Thank you so much for coming today. I love you. I'm honestly not even being like for YouTube. I'm so grateful for your support, and thank you for supporting our channel and watching our material and sharing it and talking about it with your friends. I love it when you tag me on Instagram. I love it when you show us what you're watching. I felt so welcomed and at home in this community. I'm so happy to be on YouTube. I'm so happy you guys are watching it, and I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed our gorgeous hair school and have a gorgeous day. Yes, stunning. Ooh, ooh.